Every single day, you've got to win the day.
4 o'clock in the morning, I wake up, and then by 4:30, 4:45, I'm doing some sort of cardio.
We don't sleep when we are tired. We sleep when we are good. Again, we don't sleep when we're tired. We sleep when we are.
It's still dark outside, so it's just me and a whole bunch of Blair Witch things that are happening out there in the woods. I do this, and then I'll have breakfast, and then I will go do all my strength and conditioning training at a gym for about an hour, and then I'll go to set.
Just win today. Just worry about today. Make a habit of winning today. So when you're first starting out on a goal, whether it be business, whether it be fitness, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You're in a process of changing your actions. You're in the process of changing things that are so ingrained into your brain that anything else seems like tremendous discomfort, tremendous work, all right? It's a pain in the ass. That is normal. It's not just you, it's not just, your goals or your situation. Every single person who ever attempts to get in shape, or whoever attempts to build a new company or progress in their career goes through that process because you're breaking habits, all right, and replacing them with new ones.
There's a group in here, you're not getting anything done that you say you're gonna get done. And there's another group, you're barely getting it done. And so you fall in that 90 percentile with everybody else who's getting it done last minute. And then that 10% group, they're getting it done way faster than you're getting it done. And they're getting it too. I told you before, I'm not the best in the world. I just get there before the other guys get there. I don't sleep when I'm tired, I sleep when I'm done. All right? This is beast mode, beast mode. It's not, if you're a gazelle, you might not want to write this down. This could be detrimental to gazelles. This is not a gazelle language, right? So listen to me again. I don't go to sleep when I'm tired. I go to sleep when I'm done.
If you give a purposeful effort into winning your day, that long game will become very short very quick, because most people can't focus on a day-to-day basis to actually win 7 days a week. People underestimate the amount of progress they can make in a year and overestimate the amount of progress they can make in 2-3 months. You have to train yourself to believe. How do you train yourself to believe? You're gonna go out and you're gonna do shit. You're gonna go out and you're gonna get a power list going. You're going to win some days. And then you will start to believe on a very small scale, hey, you know what? I can do this. I've won 3 days in a row. I can easily win a 4th. And you're gonna get something called momentum. And momentum is gonna drive you to win a little more. And when you win a little more, guess what happens to you? You believe a little more.
If you want this, if you want bling bling, if you want to buy the jets, if you want to do shit, work. That's how you get it.
You've never heard someone talk about accidental achievements. You've never heard someone that got to the top of the mountain and somebody asked them, how did you get there? Kind of look confused and say, I have no idea. They know how they got there. The reason they know how they got there is because they had to walk all the way up the mountain. Nobody lifted them. There were no shortcuts. There's not an elevator. There's not an escalator. It's all effort that gets you to the top of the mountain.
It's work. It's work. Bottom line, it's work. Fancy cars, the planes, the vacations. It's not an Instagram post, okay? It's not 7 or 8 words. It's not 104 characters. It's freaking work. It's everyday action. It's disappointments, discouragements, obstacles.
Stop crying and just keep hustling. Hustle is the most important word ever. And that's what you need to do. You need to work so hard. Guys, we're building businesses here. This isn't about parties. We're building businesses. I used to work in a liquor store from 7 in the morning to 10 at night for 7 straight years, and the only days off I took were to watch the New York Jets. I don't want to hear about this job thing, right? 9 to 5, I don't have time. If you want this, if you're miserable, or if you don't like it, or you want to do something else and you have a passion somewhere else, work 9 to 5, spend a couple hours with your family. 7 to 2 in the morning is plenty of time to do damage.
Inspiration does a lot better when it's coupled with perspiration. There are a whole lot of people, they want to be inspired in great things, but they don't want to do the hard work to achieve those great things. It's not either or, it's both and. So I really trust today that you will just kind of roll up your sleeves, look at something you haven't tackled for a while, dive in. You'll be amazed that once after you do the work, you get inspired. Don't wait to get inspired before you do the work.
The guy that wins, the gal that wins is the person that thinks big and giant, never quits, refuses to quit, does whatever it takes no matter what.
A lot of people, they really truly believe that there should be an elevator in life, and they just push the button and it just delivers them to the floor they want to get on, and they don't have to take effort, they don't have to take stairs, there's no process to it. It's just kind of like, shouldn't it just happen? Well, it doesn't. We have all discovered and found that basically life is this way. What you put into it is what you get out of it. I don't know what you're putting off that you need to be doing, but I just want you to know that until you do it, you're not going to have the result that you want.
If you're doing something else and you want to do this thing you love, you do it after hours. You work 9 to 6, you get home, you kiss the dog, and you go to town. You start building your equity and your brand and whatever you're trying to accomplish after hours. Everybody has time. Stop watching Lost.
What do I do when I'm broken? When I'm broken, I relish it. Because if I'm broken, then I just found my limitations. And until I know what my limitations are, how can I push them?
I was just an insecure, scared kid. And the only way I could find myself was through putting myself through the worst thing possible. I had to figure out I wasn't gonna be a punk kid all my life. So the only way I could turn it around was to suffer. I had to build calluses in my brain.
Once I see it, once I feel it, once I see where I was broken, then I can attack that weakness. I can fill in that gap. If you break, it means it's time to fortify your will to make it stronger. You can break physically, you can break mentally, you can break your heart, you can break your spirit, and none of those are fun, and all of those are gonna leave a mark. But the mark that they leave can be the mark of victory or it can be the mark of defeat.
What I realized is for me to become the man I wanted to become, I saw myself as the weakest person God ever created. But I never blamed God for anything He did to me. So I wanted to change that to be the hardest man ever created. Am I that? I don't know, but you had to have a goal. And my goal when I was sitting there, not going to school, being bullied, having no self-esteem, my goal was the only person that's gonna turn this person around is me. The only way I can turn it around is put myself through the worst things possible a human being can ever endure. And that'd be the only way that I can build this brain to handle anything that comes in front of it, callousing my mind through pain and suffering. As humans, we want to find out how to be someone else. What we don't do is we don't go inside. So literally turn yourself inside out. Read the book that's like we're writing a book every day of our lives, but we never read that book. So what I would challenge this young man or young woman to do is you have to look inside of yourself to see what you really want. What are you passionate about? I have to tell this young man or woman, the only way you're ever going to get to the other side of this journey is you have got to suffer to grow. To grow, you must suffer.
When you break, you have the opportunity to show the world, the whole world, what you are really made of. So if you break, if you break, the fight isn't over. In fact, if you break, the fight is just beginning. And as you crawl up and out of that dismal and wretched place, covered, and you're covered in blood and sweat and dirt and filth as you rise above what you were. And as you take the form of who you are supposed to be, you will see that in the very act of standing up, in the very act of fighting on, you will become and you will remain unbroken.